Before you, I place a choice. Walk through the blue door and continue to face yet more failures at saving those closest to you. Your race will live on borrowed time and will, through your violent arrogance, wind up extinct. Walk through the red door, however, and I will release the humans whom I have collected. I will give them amnesty, and even a ship from my fleet to do with as they see fit. However, in choosing this door, you will willingly submit yourself to execution. This is the moment where you can prove to be the savior of humanity, or its absolute destroyer.
What the hell is all this?
This is your life as it led you to this point. All your past violence, crimes, and losses on display to remind you of one simple fact. Regardless of what I have done to your world, you were its greatest threat. The evidence is irrefutable. How many have died because you decided that driving on the sidewalk is faster than the road? Because you used a rocket in place of a bullet? Because you wouldn't submit to my rule? In the end, you only hurt those you are trying to protect. In the end, there is only one truth. The human race would be much safer without you in it.
Alright, we got Sid, so how do we use him to get Matt?
Are you really sure about this? I mean, I know he can help, but it's Matt Miller.
Kinsey, if he can help us find the others, then yes, I'm certain. Now, how does this work?
Well, I give Sid the proper cipher to connect to Matt's personal simulation, and he opens the gateway.
Alright, let's go get the kid then.
I wonder where Black...
Self-proclaimed hacker guy. Ran all the cyber terrorism for the Syndicate back in Steelport. Now he's Asha's right-hand man in MI6. Let's hope we can trust him like she does. Hey, Kinsey, how am I supposed to rescue Matt without a weapon?
Well, you don't have superpowers either.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why the fuck are there giant words in my face?
It's a command prompt. Just give me a second.
Hell, not again.
Damn it! The camera's screwed up. We'll just have to deal with it.
At least this ain't my first time at the top-down tank rodeo. Kenzie, you gonna fix this or what?
I'm trying, but I'm not used to the code they're using. Give me a second.
Doesn't anyone learn?
Could it be as simple as 3D?
No, don't put in a space!
Oops, sorry. Finger slipped.
Finally.
There should be 3 data towers controlling the security to Matt's prison.
And I just blow this thing up, right?
Well, I wouldn't want you to go outside your comfort zone.
I must say, I am amused at this attempt to save a man who tried to kill you once.
Actually, twice. No, 3 times.
All the same, what is it you hope to accomplish? Mr. Miller is beyond your help.
But what do you care if I try?
Very well. Your futile attempts do entertain me, after all.
Lots of firepower here, Kinsey.
Destroying the tower should destroy the tanks with it.
Miss Kensington is rather astute for a human.
Yeah, well, big towers controlling security on a linear path. Not very creative for your superior intelligence.
Touche.
That's 2. 1 more to go.
Oh, wanted to thank you, by the way, Kinsey.
For what?
Well, I'm in cyberspace and I haven't been turned into a sex doll or a toilet yet.
God, are you still mad about that? I said I was sorry.
Something kind of sticks with you in your nightmares. Just that good. All right, last tower's going down.
Oh, I don't think it should be that easy for you.
He's made the tower invulnerable. Hey, hang on, I'll find a workaround.
Swarmed here.
Wait, let me try something.
That had some style. This'll work.
Yet again, I am impressed by Miss Kensington. Though this attempt is as futile as the life of most humans.
Oh, look, an alien with a superiority complex. Surprising.
Though this sentiment comes from more than just the Zin, my dear. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying...
What idiot said that?
It's a quote from Macbeth.
Never mind that.
Coming up on Matt's prison.
And how am I getting him out without any weapons or a key?
Chances are it's not a standard behind bars sort of prison. You'll just have to wing it.
Normally you yell at me when I wing it.
Oh, and since I can't see what's going on in there, doubt I'll be able to help you either.
You those reassurances coming. Easy. What's going on?
Before you, I place a choice. Walk through the blue door and continue to face yet more failures at saving those closest to you. Your race will live on borrowed time and will, through your violent arrogance, wind up extinct. Walk through the red door, however, and I will release the humans whom I have collected. I will give them amnesty and even a ship from my fleet to do with as they see fit. However, in choosing this door, you will willingly submit yourself to execution. This is the moment where you can prove to be the savior of humanity, or its absolute destroyer.
What the hell is all this?
This is your life as it led you to this point. All your past violence, crimes, and losses on display to remind you of one simple fact. Regardless of what I have done to your world, you were its greatest threat. The evidence is irrefutable. How many have died because you decided that driving on the sidewalk is faster than the road? Because you used a rocket in place of a bullet? Because you wouldn't submit to my rule? In the end, you only hurt those you are trying to protect. In the end, there is only one truth. The human race would be much safer without you in it.
What else you got? Wait, is that Matt?
Trapped in technology he doesn't understand, in a cyber world he can't control.
Don't worry, Matt. I'll get you out.
Without Miss Kensington, very doubtful. Behold my empire.
Not very big.
This is but a glimpse of what I have conquered. I'm quite proud of this one.
What am I looking at?
Terror, as personified by your literary culture.
A dead pirate with a black parrot?
It's a raven.
But why does the pirate have a raven? Oh, is this the island that pirate came from?
Must you continue to display your plebeian intelligence?
Ooh, guess I'm hitting a nerve.
I tire of this. Deal with her on your own. Ta-ta.
Deal with who? All right, just pick up the phone and we'll get you out of there, Matt.
Don't like the idea of us sitting around. Shouldn't we be picking up Matt? The kid could be in trouble.
Keith, you gotta relax. The guy's an MI6 agent, for God's sake. He can take care of himself.
You needed help getting out, and you're the commander-in-chief.
That's a really good point. Why didn't we think of this earlier?
Oh, I did. I'm just not a big fan of Matt.
Kinsey!
Come on! Can't I get some payback? Got a little lost, big deal.
Or he got a little dead, who knows?
Oh, he's fine. He's probably having the time of his life exploring Zinniak's ship. Every store you hack feeds me security data. I can use that data to insert a virus, which will open up a doorway back to the ship. So go hack while I work on the virus.
Got it.
Just so you know, the bathroom doesn't quite work like we're used to on Earth. You're really making a big deal out of nothing. This is a great opportunity for him to build character.
Kinsey, this is not the time for a teachable moment. If we don't help Matt, he will die.
Fine, take this.
You're beautiful.
Thanks.
Us talking to the robot.
It's power armor.
Same thing.
Not really. A robot is an automaton, whereas power...
Don't ruin this, Keith. That landing could have been softer.
Are you breaking my power armor?
No, and it's not your power armor.
If you do damage the power armor, you can find repair kits in some of the storage crates.
Look at the guns on this thing, huh?
Oh, I didn't have time to get them working, so...
No guns? You're killing me, Kinsey.
I found you power armor. The guns are just missing stuff.
Kinsey, my neck is too big for the door. Can you do something?
Oh my god, this is the real world. I can't just waggle my fingers and, oh look, Kinsey, you weave worlds like a goddess with a brush.
I'll find another door. If you can't hack the doors and I don't exactly have fingers, how do I open them?
Brute force works.
And there are the alien guards.
You take care of what's there, and I'll make sure they don't alert the others.
Don't worry, everyone loses to me. I got a robot! Six-year-old me is so jealous right now. Oh, Kinsey's recording this. Shit. There are humans in all these pods?
Maybe, but I don't think the Vin abduct humans exclusively.
I think I'm getting close. Shit, one of the pods is broken.
Any chance that's the one Matt was in?
They didn't really label these things, Kinsey, but I hope so. Get away from me! I mean it! Whoa, 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 Matt, relax. It's me.
About time I was rescued. Oh, you wouldn't believe what they have. But I didn't realize they had robots.
See, this is a robot. Thank you. Kinsey was all, this is power armor, not...
So, not a robot.
What kind of firepower does that mech have?
Kinsey said the guns are missing... stuff.
Typical. Give me a moment to find the parts.
Doesn't anyone learn?
job and let me do mine!
Good to be the president.
I have the parts. Get to me and I'll set you up. This will be much different than any other weapon you're used to.
Don't oversell it. It's a gun, Matt. I got it.
More than just a gun.
All right, let's get to Kinsey. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Robots have the best guns. Kinsey, tell me you're close.
I'm close. I'm also lying, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
Matt, get down. Here comes some more. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Just like Johnny taught me. Stay down, Matt! Kinsey, shit's getting hairy. Get here now.
We're gonna die here! I know it!
Kinsey, you need to get here.
stopped working. I did what I could. I can't really fix it right now. Fuck.
I am awesome!
I'm here. Get to me.
Ship's at the platform, Matt. Get to it.
They're on our tail. Get to the turrets.
Matt, take the other turret. I pulled your ass out of prison, Matt. The least you can do is help protect the ship.
Please, if your aim was any worse, you'd be shooting yourself.
Can't handle things, Matt. I'm sure Keith David would love a crack at this.
That is Mr. Keith David to you.
Oh shit, we want Mama. Not even scratching it. Where's the big ship, Kenzie?
I'm not sure.
Look at us, killing everything in sight. Is this what being a sociopath feels like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, remember that big ship you were asking about? I'm gonna get us to a safe spot. Hang on. Okay, I think we lost it. I'm in front of a passageway. I'll need a minute to open the door.
What's it doing, Kenzie?
Okay, get ready. Shoot the panel on the left. I mean, the right. The right.
Kenzie!
Sorry, I'm facing the other way.
I don't want to sound needy or anything, but I just blew up a capital ship. You think someone could at least give me a high five?
You need to take a look at this.
A plane? Why would Zinyak want to build one of those? We're in deep space.
It has to be another prison.
Whose idea of hell is being trapped on an aeroplane?
Me, Shandi, and... oh my god. Johnny's alive.
Boss, Johnny's dead.
Who else would be stuck in a plane?
Shandi? It was a life-defining moment for her. It's the only thing that makes sense.
You're wrong.
I think she's making a lot of sense.
She's wrong. Find out where this is. We're getting my best friend back.
Good foot must be in want of a wife. However little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood, this truth is so well fixed in the minds of the surrounding families that he is considered the rightful property of someone or other of their daughters. "My dear Mr. Bennet," said his lady to him one day, "have you heard that Netherfield Park is let at last?" Mr. Bennet replied that he had not. "But it is," returned she, "for Mrs. Long has just been here, and she told me
Anyone
about
counting these kills?
Mr. Bennet made no answer. "Do you not want to know who has taken it?" cried his wife impatiently. "You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it.
This was invitation enough. Why, my dear, you must know. Mrs. Long says that Netherfield is taken by a young man of large fortune from the north of England. That he came down on Monday in a chaise and four to see the place, and was so much delighted with it that he agreed with Mr. Morris immediately. That he is to take possession before Michaelmas, and some of his servants are to be in the house by the end of the week. What is his name? Bingley. Is he married or single? Oh, single, my dear, to be sure. A single man of large fortune. 4,000 or 5,000 a year. What a fine thing for our girls.
How so? How can it affect them?
My dear Mr. Bennet, replied his wife, how can you be so tiresome? You must know that I am thinking of his marrying one of them.
Is that his design in settling here?
Design? Nonsense, how can you talk so? But it is very likely that he may fall in love with one of them, and therefore you must visit him as soon as he comes.
Well, I see no occasion for that. You and the girls may go, or you may send them by themselves, which perhaps will be still better. For as you are as handsome as any of them, Mr. Bingley may like you the best of the party.
My dear, you flatter me. I certainly have had my share of beauty, but I do not pretend to be anything extraordinary now. When a woman has 5 grown-up daughters, she ought to give over thinking of her own beauty.
In such cases, a woman has not often much beauty to think of.
But, my dear, you must indeed go and see Mr. Bingley when he comes into the neighborhood.
It is more than I engage for, I assure you.
But consider your daughters. Only think what an establishment it would be for one of them. Sir William and Lady Lucas are determined to go, merely on that account, for in general, you know, they visit no newcomers. Indeed, you must go, for it will be impossible for us to visit him if you do not.
You are over-scrupulous, surely. I dare say Mr. Bingley will be very glad to see you, and I will send a few lines by you to assure him of my hearty consent to his marrying whichever he chooses of the girls. Though I must throw in a good word for my little Lizzie.
Oh, I desire you to do no such thing. Lizzie is not a bit better than the others. And I'm sure she is not half so handsome as Jane, nor half so good-humoured as Lydia. But you are always giving her the preference.
They have none of them much to recommend them, replied he. They are all silly and ignorant like other girls. But Lizzie has something more of quickness than her sisters.
Mr. Bennet, how can you abuse your own children in such a way?
Someday that'll be the real
Delight in
you.
vexing me. You have no compassion for my poor nerves.
You mistake me, my dear. I have a high respect for your nerves. They are my old friends. I have heard you mention them with consideration these last 20 years at least.
Ah, you do not know what I suffer.
But I hope you will get over it and live to see many young men of 4,000 a year come into the neighborhood.
No use to us if 20 such should come, since you will not visit them.
Depend on it, my dear, that when there are 20, I will visit them all. Mr. Bennet was so odd a mixture of quick parts, sarcastic humor, reserve, and caprice that the experience of 23 years had been insufficient to make his wife understand his character. Her mind was less difficult to develop. She was a woman of mean understanding, little information, and uncertain temper. When she was discontented, she fancied herself nervous. The business of her life was to get her daughters married. Its solace was visiting and news. Ah, love.